With the new year coming up, it's time to sort through our junk journal and finish 2025's journal. I have a lot of stuff that I have saved up that I kept forgetting to put into my journal, partially because adding more stuff to my junk journal makes it difficult to write in the daily journal part. When there's so much stuff and it's so thick, it's hard to keep everything flat enough to be able to write in the daily journal without having to struggle. But I will admit, most of it was probably just because I was lazy and had a pile and just kept throwing it on. Mostly I like to take cute packaging like these Mariah Elizabeth mystery figures, which are really adorable and actually really good quality, and just put it in the journal to remind myself that I got them. I don't know. It's fun to look back into the journals from previous years and see like what I bought and just to keep the cuteness, because it's adorable. Look at the cute little like McDonald's things and the little Pokemon cards and stuff. It's fun to also keep kind of a visual record of the things that I've done. This one here is the map for a cemetery next to where I used to live. I also wanted to take a moment to talk about some things that I've been thinking about recently. And one of them is, what are you supposed to do when the maintenance people are here? Are you supposed to stay in the same room with them? Are you supposed to talk to them? Are you supposed to watch them? It's very awkward. So the other day they had to come and they had to come and fix my heater. Of course, on the coldest day of the week, it decided to poop out. And there were 3 maintenance guys working on the heater, and then a 4th was changing one of the vents that is an intake for the heater. So there are 4 maintenance guys, none of which were talking to each other, and just me sitting in the living room working on my journal, and it was very weird. So what are you supposed to do? Is it just something that's awkward and it just has to be awkward? And kind of awkward adjacent, me being a little bit confused about words. At some point, I think it was when I was watching Peppa Pig with my daughter, I noticed that, do you just say British? Do you say British English? I don't know. If they have a word that ends in an A, like Peppa, and they say it before a word that starts with like a vowel, I guess, they add an R. So, Pepper and George. One time I commented on something on YouTube to that effect, asking like why they do that, because I'm interested in knowing why is it just vowels and why is it just words that end in A. I don't know. It's confusing to me. And the only response I got was somebody saying, they don't all do that. Like, that's not the point. That's not what I was asking. I was asking why, not who does it. And a little less commonly, I've seen people saying, instead of saying nursery, they say nursery, like with an SH. Graveyard Girl, Bunny, says this, and I don't know if it's like a regional thing or something, but I've heard other people say it, and I'm very confused by this. People say both instead of both, and always instead of always. Somebody help me understand words, please. Let's wrap some Christmas presents and also talk about some holiday stuff, because last week just wasn't enough for me. Around Christmas time and holiday time, I always feel a little bit nostalgic. And I guess that's just because things are different when you're an adult. I think it was Christmas, really, that solidified my love for chocolate. And I don't discriminate. I love all chocolate. Honestly, the more waxy the chocolate tastes, the better I like it, usually. Like that Dollar Tree little bells in the foil wrappers. Those are just so good. And I don't know why. Like, I know they taste bad. I know most people don't like them, but I love them. And that could just be because my stocking was full of them every year when we were little. because we didn't have a ton of money and we couldn't get the really good chocolate. So maybe it's just a nostalgic thing. And it goes without saying that when I was little, like most kids, I didn't like walnuts. But now every year around Christmas time, I always feel the need to get some walnuts. I like cracking them, and sometimes I like eating them. They're just so bitter. And for some reason, when I think about the holidays, I always think about old cartoon channels, like Nickelodeon. Is Nickelodeon even still around? It has to be, right? I think specifically, I think about Stick Stickly. Does anybody remember Stick Stickly? He was like my favorite thing. What is a bumper? Is that what it's called? The thing between the TV shows or between the commercials? Stick Stickly. I still remember his song that he would sing about where he lives and how you can send mail to him. I wonder if that address is still a thing. That's probably not Stick Stickly's address, but I wonder who it belongs to now. And I wonder if he gets mail from nostalgic 30-something-year-olds trying to send mail to Stick Stickly. There was one year for New Year's Eve. I think it was Nickelodeon, and it kept talking about how it wanted all of the kids to decorate a paper bag and blow it up, and exactly at midnight you were supposed to pop it. And they kept calling it the pop heard around the world, and I have searched everywhere online to see if I can find anything as evidence that this even existed, because I don't ever see anything about it, and I haven't heard anything about it, and it was supposed to be like a big thing that year. And you know what? When that happened, I decorated my bag, I put it in my room, and I forgot about it. It was like maybe a minute before midnight, and I remembered, oh Lord, I need to pop my bag. And I ran into my room to get it, and I almost couldn't find it, and when I finally found it, I ran back out, and it was past midnight. I was so upset. But it's fine. I had my summer sausages and my pigs in blankets and all of my little candies and cookies and appetizers, and I was fine. And then there was the Millennium Bug. I think that was something that was either on Nickelodeon or the Disney Channel. They always talked about the Millennium Bug, and it was like this little cartoon guy. I think he was purple. I think there were also blue ones. And I remember for Christmas in 1999, I got a little hollowed out Millennium Bug plush. And on the inside it came with like this really big sleep shirt. And that was my favorite sleep shirt for years afterwards. Next week we're going to get back to our regular scheduled programming where I actually do art stuff. I was worried that the art stuff I was doing was for Christmas and the people that they were for would be watching my videos. I hope you've enjoyed these little vlogs, and I'm sure I will be making more of these in the future. Maybe I'll have a little blog spot at the end of all of my videos. We'll see. Have a good holiday, and I'll see you next week. Bye!